This is Mark, your Madison Cork Dork. Yesterday I went over Cabernet Franc. I had mentioned that it can be made into ice wine. Today I will go over what ice wine is and why you should seriously give it a try for a special occasion. To go over the basic profile, ice wine is insanely sweet with anywhere between 160 to 220 grams per liter of residual sugar, which is a heck of a lot more than most wine. It has virtually no tannin, is extremely acidic, so it'll give you a nice watery mouthfeel. The alcohol level is relatively low, sometime around 10%, if you will, which can be very dangerous. The body of the wine is medium high, which is like 2% milk, only a little bit thicker. To be labeled as ice wine, the grapes must be picked while frozen, more specifically 20 degrees Fahrenheit or below, which occurs in the late harvest period. So just imagine what it is like when it hits those temperatures late at night or early morning. It's all hands on deck, desperately trying to pick grapes while simultaneously not trying to fall down a slippery frozen hill, which fortunately I am not one of those people that has to do that. My wife can testify that I have poor hand-eye coordination. So not only does it need to be picked in the cold, it also needs to be pressed while frozen. The grapes are practically marbles at this point. Equipment has been known to break down due to this. The story behind ice wine goes back to 1794 in Franken, Germany. Winemakers were forced to create a product from frozen grapes due to unexpected cold conditions. The result was an incredibly sweet wine that became so popular in the Rheingau region of Germany, devoting a considerable amount of land to it in the mid-1800s. In those days, sweet wine was popular. And Rheingau is this little green area of Germany here, and to get a broad text of Germany itself. Someday I'll get used to this whole camera thing. Probably not. So the leading producers of ice wine are Canada, Germany, Austria, and the United States, particularly in the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York. I would also like to point out that Wallersheim Winery in Wisconsin, not too far away from Madison, also makes their own, and I can testify that is fan-frickin-tastic. There is a release party that is held once a year in celebration of the harvest. Because the grapes are sold, the fermentation, because the grapes are cold, should have revised that, the fermentation period can last anywhere from 2 to 6 months. The most common grapes used for ice wine are Riesling, Gruner Veltliner, Vidal Blanc, Cabernet Franc, Chenin Blanc, and Gewürztraminer. Ice wine is meant to be drunk from a dessert wine glass, kind of similar to what you would see if you had a Scotch glass, and is to be served cold anywhere between 45 to 55 degrees. You most likely will spend around $40 for a good bottle, and that will be a 375 milliliter, which is half the size of your regular bottle of wine that you'll see on the shelf. If you want to cellar it, you can store it from 5 to 10 years. Ice wine is a dessert wine that pairs exceptionally well with fruit tarts, cheesecake, and ice cream. You can also pair it with soft, pungent cheeses like brie and camembert. So what can you expect from the taste and smells of ice wine? Pineapple, lemon curd, honeysuckle, apricot, and leech. Leech? I never know how to pronounce it. If you are a fan of late harvest Riesling, sometimes labeled as sweet Riesling, you should invest in a bottle of ice wine. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. So tomorrow I'll go over another type of wine that is made in a similar way of rosé, and it is also a dessert wine. So definitely look forward to that little episode or whatever you want to call this tomorrow. And as always, thank you so much for watching.